Hey, what's up, you guys? So I'm with my friend Trey from Locals, and we have a deck profile today, and it's original too, so y'all can't complain. What deck is this?
This is my Skull Servant deck.
Oh, I haven't seen that in a while, or ever on my channel, actually.
So obviously you're going to play 3 King of the Skull Servants. He gains 1,000 attack whenever for each Skull Servant in your graveyard. Whenever he be destroyed, you can remove a King of the Skull Servants or a Skull Servant from your graveyard to keep him alive. This is the whole point of the deck. This is your beater. You normally want to one-hit with it.
If it's on field, it's skill drain, then it would be considered 0. But in the
I mean, that's pretty much all. White Prince. I play 2 of these because I don't think I originally thought I was one.
Question mark.
For some reason, I only play 2 of these. I'm thinking about upping it to 3. Basically, when he's sent to the graveyard, period, you can send 1 Skull Servant and 1 Lady in White to the graveyard. And then while he's in the graveyard, you can banish him and 2 Skull Servants and summon a King of Skull Servant from your deck. He combos off with another card. This is the Lady in White. The Lady in White is how you keep your King of the Skull Servants alive from card effects, basically. Torrential, Mirror Force, Deprison, Fiendish Chain, Dark Hole, anything that you need to live through that's a spell or trap, she lets you do through it. She has 0 attack and 22 defense, but most of the time you'll use a Book of Life or something to get her in defense. This is White Mare. White Mare, as everything else in the deck, everything counts as a Skull Servant while it's in the graveyard. This guy can either summon your banished Skull Servants or dump them back in your graveyard. He's basically your version of a hand trap, but half the time you'll mill him so you won't be able to use him. Most of the time the combo play with White Mare is you'll use this kid and banish her and another Skull Servant, and if you have 2 of these in your hand, you dump them both in your graveyard, and you basically just reset your graveyard and go on without this. I mean, this is pretty much the core play of the deck, and that's how I've won a couple games so far. Then you're playing your normal 3 Skull Servants. They don't do anything, they're just Skull Servants. I play a couple Light Sworns for mill effect and back row destruction. I play Lila. Everybody knows what Lila does. She switches to defense, blows up a card, mills 3 at the end. I play Raiko for defense when I can't seem to get my skull plays going, and he's a good way to destroy back row as well. I play 2 Zombie Masters in case I need to start Exceed plays. I don't Exceed right now, but I've been trying them out to see how well they synergize with the Skull Servants, and I'm liking them at 2. 2 is really good. Mizuki. Mizuki, the deck probably wouldn't run too well without Mizuki. Mizuki is just what the deck needs to be able to be good. With being able to banish itself and summon 1 zombie in my graveyard, it's just so good. Card Trooper for your mill. If you start your hand and don't have anything else, mill 3, get something, kind of start the ball going, and then when he dies, you draw a card. Most people will say to play Curry Bandit or Mathematician. I just like Card Trooper a little bit more. That's going to be it for my monsters. Spell-wise, there's Upstart Goblins. Whenever you don't have anything good in your hands, a 1 for 1. The life points that gain don't matter because you're always swinging for 8,000 or more, so you're going to either chunk them out in 1 hit or 2. MST because this deck hates back row. Then here's your Book of Life. I only run 2 because 3 seems to clog up my hand, and the only time I ever really use this is when I need to grab a Lady in White or if all 3 of my kings get dumped somehow. This is Zombie World. Zombie World makes everything zombies in the graveyard. And I believe on field, yeah. And you can't tribute someone unless you're tributing for zombie monsters. This is a good matchup versus things that are really reliant, like machines and monarchs and stuff like that. But it also helps me, do janky stuff like Book of Life, a Card Trooper, or something like that. I feel it just helps me out in the long run. Hand Destruction. Hand Destruction is one of the combo cards in this deck. Most people don't see it coming, and it's a quick play. Basically, you send 2 cards from your hand in the graveyard and you draw 2 cards. Normally, you want to play this card when you have Skull Servants in your hand, like a White Prince and a Skull Servant. It gives you an automatic plus in the graveyard.
Do you have cards of consequence?
I play a 1 Soul Taker because sometimes I see monsters that I don't like, and Skull Servants really don't have a way to get over things unless they punch them. So I don't know, I just play 1, because again, the life points again don't matter. Dark Hole for self-explanatory reasons. 1 for 1 because you can summon a king out of this, and you can get a plus if you drop a White Prince with him. It's really good in this deck. This is for your White Prince play, or if you need an extra Skull Servant. Self-explanatory. That's it for spells.
Every turn.
This deck doesn't really play too defensive, but when it does, it relies on baiting your opponent to attack you with low monsters. So you run your Mirror Forces, your Threatening Ores to stop them from attacking when they overextend. Torrential, because while you have Lady in White on board, if you summon another card and you have your King, you can flip Torrential, blow up the field except for King, and that gives you basically an open shot for game. Deprison, because sometimes you can't destroy things, and Compulse, because sometimes you can't destroy things.
So I guess that concludes the deck profile. If you guys enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you want to see this deck in action, perhaps if you get it to 100 likes, I'll upload a duel video of it. That would be nice. Alright, so subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks again.